Hey everybody, my name is Kylie Cologne and I am the Silver Premier Team Leader of Team Forever Posh. And today we are talking about selling strategies on Facebook. And the way that I love to sell Perfectly Posh on Facebook is through Facebook parties. So I'm going to take you through today a little bit about what Facebook parties are, what I have found to be successful for me, and just a few tips and tricks. So here we go. So what exactly is a Facebook event? A Facebook event is an organized event that you've created on Facebook from your personal Facebook page, or you could create it from your business-like page too. You could also create it in your VIP group if it's a VIP only event. But it's an organized event on Facebook that you have selected a date and a time, and it's a place where you can invite your friends, your family, or guests of a customer to come so that you can educate them about Perfectly Posh and tell them all the wonderful things about Posh. So Facebook parties have been the bread and butter of my Perfectly Posh business for the past 4 years. I have done Facebook parties a bunch of different ways, trial and error, trying to find what works best. And so I have found that there are a few things that work better than others. So let's go ahead and dive in and start talking about the things that I have found that work better with our business and Facebook parties. So first of all, before your month even starts, you want to have a calendar picked out with days and times that you are going to be available to do Facebook parties, whether they are a Facebook party that you're hostessing or that you have a hostess for. You need to know before your month starts what days you're going to be available to do those things. I have found that the days Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. typically tend to be the best times to do those parties because people are home from work. They're done with all of their things that they have to do for the day. If they have kids, the kids are in bed, dinner's done, and they are ready to chill out, relax, and they actually have time to sit and pay attention to the Facebook party that you're hostessing. So once you know what dates and times that you are going to be available to have those parties, then you can start reaching out for potential hostesses or booking your own maybe mystery hostess parties or VIP group parties so that you know what days you have available. It's better, especially if you're looking for a hostess, to give them specific dates and times versus giving them free reign of the whole calendar because they're less likely to pick a date and a time if you do that. So by giving them a few choices and a few options of dates that you have available, it makes it easier for them to look at their calendar and narrow down if any of those dates and times would work for them. So that's the first thing I would suggest. Secondly, you want to do things similarly in a Facebook party that you would do at a home party. When Facebook started changing things for Facebook parties, the way that I used to do my parties started to struggle a little bit. And so I started to think, okay, how can I make this different? What can I do that's going to make this better and more engaging for my customers? So I started thinking about what are some things that I do at a home party. Number one thing you do at a home party is get posh on people, right? You have the products open, they're available for all of the customers to try, right? Well, with a Facebook party, you don't necessarily have that luxury, but you could do a portable party and pair it with the Facebook party. So sending samples to my hostess is something that I started doing to kind of bump up my Facebook parties and give those guests the opportunity to try products. We all know that when you try Posh products, you love Posh products. And so adding portable parties to Facebook parties has been a huge success. So what I do is ahead of time, when I already have my hostess, we have the date and time, I will ask her to think about the guests that she's going to invite to her party and to let me know how many people she thinks would be interested in actually trying the products. Now, I put a cap on how many I'll send out. I don't necessarily put that information out to the hostess first. I want to see what she's going to tell me first. And then I will prepare small sample packs for her guests and send them off to her if she's not local for her to pass out to these guests and have them either try them before the party or during the party. The other thing that you always do at a home party is you give catalogs to people, right? So Same thing for a Facebook party. I don't necessarily send a catalog for every single guest, but I will send a few. Not everybody likes to flip through a catalog. Some people do. So I send a few, and then during my Facebook party, I'll post the link for the online catalog so they can actually go and flip through the catalog pages virtually if that's something that they want to do. The other thing that's probably one of the most important things that you do at a home party that you should also do during a Facebook party is encourage engagement. So something that I love to do at my home parties is I have those little tickets, like raffle tickets, and just for participating and for doing things in the party, like trying face masks and washing their face and moisturizing afterwards, I will give them tickets. And those tickets are good for a prize drawing at the end. Same thing for a Facebook party. I give them entries, and I keep track of those entries with tally marks, okay? And just for doing certain things during my Facebook party, they are entered to win a free something. It could be a hand cream, it could be a deluxe sample pack, it could be something that has nothing to do with the products. It could maybe be like those fuzzy socks that are on the front of our catalog, okay? It could just be something, anything, whatever you have in your budget, but something. Everybody likes to win something, right? And at a home party, you always have a drawing for something. So why not do it for your Facebook parties too? So that's how I get people to engage during my Facebook parties. They also get entries for joining my VIP group, for following me on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, all of those things. I want to be in their face consistently all the time once they've attended one of my Facebook parties. So what better way to do that than by utilizing social media, getting them into those different forms of social media, okay? So getting them to engage is huge. The last thing that I have found that works really well, since I only do one night where I party live on Facebook for 30 to 45 minutes. Did I mention that? If not, that's what I do. We party live for one night for 30 to 45 minutes. And that 30 to 45 minutes is me posting information about Posh itself, about ingredients, about the products. We'll go over a little bit more of that here in just a couple minutes. But since we only party live one night on Facebook, I then leave that link open through Saturday. And anybody who shops through Saturday will be entered to win a prize, okay? It's all the same prize. All the entry opportunities and all the orders placed all get entries for one prize. Usually for me, it's a hand cream or a chunk. But like I said, you can make it whatever you would like. If your hostess wants to leave that party link open longer than Saturday, she can. That's fine. But I just cut it off for Saturday for those are the people that are entered into the drawing. Okay? That link can stay open for a week or however long she wants. So next we're going to talk about a little bit about what I do at a Facebook party, and then we'll move on to some tips and tricks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some things that I do for sure during my Facebook parties. The first thing that I always do is I let the guests know what to expect. I let them know this is going to be a fast-paced event. They're going to want to refresh their page often. And I let them know about the entry opportunities. I let them know about perks. And I let them know how long the party's going to be open for those entry opportunities, okay? If the hostess and I have decided that the party's going to stay open longer than through Saturday, then I'll let them know that too. But let them know what to expect over the next 30 to 45 minutes, okay? Just give them a little brief synopsis, okay? The next thing that I do is I introduce myself. I want them to feel comfortable with me. They may not know me, you know? The only connection we may have is between the hostess. The hostess and I, you know, that may be the only connection that we have. So I want these guests to know a little bit about me. I give them a little bit of information about me and my family. I want to be able to connect with them. I want to let them know that I'm a real person, okay? And then I give them a little bit of information about why I joined Posh, why I love what I do, and a little bit about the team that I've built, okay? Just a little short synopsis of all of that, okay? The next thing that we do is we talk about ingredients and what makes Posh different from anything else that they can get somewhere else, okay? Education is key with Facebook parties. You want to let them know, why is Posh so great? What is it about this Perfectly Posh stuff that is different and why do they need it versus something they could get at another Bath and Body store, okay? The next thing is we talk about the products, and we especially talk about the top sellers, or the hostess's favorite products, or if it's my party, my favorite products. What are the products that I love the most? You can tell people more about the products that you love the most better, because you use them all the time, right? So talk about the products that you know the most about. If your hostess loves snarky bars, and maybe you don't love snarky bars, you haven't tried a snarky bar, you don't know a lot about snarky bars, do a little research before you do your party, okay? Talk to people who have tried snarky bars. This is just an example, but do you know what I mean? So you want to be able to educate your guests, but you also want to give them information about the products that your hostess loves or you love, so that you and your hostess together can team up and kind of help these people learn about the products and get them excited about them, okay? The next thing I always talk about after we've talked about products is I always let them know a little bit about the You Deserve It Foundation. I don't go into a lot of detail, but I let them know that we have a foundation that we love to help our communities so that we can encircle, empower, and uplift women in our communities, and that is something that we are very, very passionate about doing, is giving back, okay? So I like to throw in there that we do have the You Deserve It Foundation. Again, it's not something I spend a whole lot of time on, but I do let them know about it. One of the last things I do in the party is I go live, and Facebook Live is huge right now. So if you're not utilizing Facebook Live in your Facebook parties, stop what you're doing and do it, because it's going to change your Facebook parties. People like to see you, okay? So you can type all day long and they're not going to get to know you. But if they can see you on a video, they can get that connection with you, right? So what I like to do on my live videos is mini facials. People get a kick out of seeing cackle spackle on your face. It's crazy. So I usually do a BFF, cackle spackle, and a moisturizer. Or if I know my hostess has a favorite face mask, I might do that one instead. Or talk about her favorite products. The beautiful thing about the live videos is you can show people the size of the products, right? Because you're going to have them in your hand showing them the products. You can show them how much to use. You can show them how to properly wash their face, how to apply a thin layer of a face mask. They don't need to gob it on their face, right? So you can really educate people through a video by showing them. The other thing that I do during that live video is Q&A. And the way that I get my customers to engage with that Q&A and actually ask me questions and be typing in the comment box is to incentivize them for doing so. So they get entries for different types of questions that they ask me. If they ask me questions about the business or about hostessing, they're going to get more points for that. They can ask me questions about product size, to like show them the size of a product, or if there's a product that they learned about during the party and they have more questions on, it's a great opportunity for them to ask me about that product, and I can give them verbal one-on-one information as to what is great about that product or what I love about that product personally. Okay, so live videos are huge. Make sure you're doing those in your Facebook parties. After I go live, I do a post where I ask to see their not their Facebook pages, their wish lists. I want to see what they want, okay? So when they go and place their order, and then I can reference back to their wish list, and I can see, okay, she ordered these 3 things, but she's got 5 other things on her wish list. Number one, that tells me she might be a great hostess because she wants to get more posh, but maybe she doesn't have the money to pay for it. Number 2, that gives me an opportunity to send her samples of things as a thank you for ordering, of things that are on her wish list that she didn't order, right? Okay. And then 3, that also gives me an opportunity to keep track of those things on her wish list. So if something goes on sale later that was on her wish list that maybe she didn't purchase then, or maybe she did, but I can let her know, hey, did you know that blah, blah, blah is on sale this week? And she can stock up on it, okay? So ask to see their wish list. That's huge. Next, I do pick a date, pick a prize. So this is a way to get bookings. I will offer up either a product credit or item off their wish list or whatever I choose for that party, for them to pick a date. Obviously, they don't get that product credit or that wish list item until they actually book and hold that party, okay? But it's a way to entice people to hostess parties and get bookings, okay? And the last thing that I do is thank everybody. Thank you so much for ordering. Thank you so much for hostessing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because without these people, right, our businesses wouldn't be what they are. And so we need to be very appreciative and thankful for them allowing us to take up their time, okay, and introduce Posh to them. So next, we're going to talk a little bit about do's and don'ts. All right, so really quick, we're going to talk about some do's and don'ts for your Facebook parties, okay? You do want to hostess coach your hostess. That is a whole nother Tuesday training video. Go look it up on the box. But definitely want to hostess coach your hostess. It is so important to have your hostesses involved, and not only involved, but sharing with her guests why she loves Posh so much, okay? You want to encourage her to privately invite her guests. This is a do. You do not want her mass messaging anybody. You do not want her inviting her entire friends list, right? No, we want this to be a private, personal, pampering experience. So the best way that we can show that through Facebook and social media is by keeping our the number of guests limited, okay? 50 or less. And have her privately message them. You want to definitely make sure this is a private event. Don't make it a public event. Don't be that girl. Don't do it in a group and add people without asking them. Don't be that girl either. Make this a private event. You want this to be an exclusive event for people to come to, okay? So make it a private event. Make sure you are keeping your hostess clued in. I can't tell you how many parties I have been to or hosted, for other direct sales companies. And I'm like, did I get the hostess benefit? Did I reach that tier? Do I get anything for this party? Keep your hostesses informed. Let her know who's ordered. You don't have to necessarily let her know what they ordered unless she asks you. I mean, it's no big secret. You can tell her what they ordered, but let her know who's ordered and let her know what her dollar amount is at for her party. Is she close to 200? Is she close to 400 for that hostess exclusive? Okay. Keep your hostess informed. So important. And the last thing that you definitely want to do is follow up. You want to follow up with your hostess. You want to follow up with her guests. You want to make yourself so known with them, okay? You don't want them to find another Posh consultant. You want to be their Posh consultant, right? So you want to follow up with them. You want to ask them, well, first of all, you want to thank them for coming to the party. I like to follow up with people the day after the Facebook party. Just send them a private message and say, hey, thank you so much for attending so-and-so's party last night. I had so much fun. I would love it if you would fill out this little door prize slip thing. And we're going to talk about that. So what is this door prize slip thing? This is a Google form, and you drop them a link, and you have on that Google form something that they can go in and they can fill out. You know, like the drawing slips that we have that you can purchase on the portal. It's the same idea, but it's in a Google document, okay? You would do this at an event. You would do this at a party. You want to get their contact information. You want to know, are they interested in hosting a party? Are they interested in maybe joining your team and doing what you do? So you drop them this link and say, hey, thank you so much for attending so-and-so's party last night. I had a blast and I hope you did too. Take 2 seconds and fill this form out for me. Okay, so you want to get them in your VIP group. If they didn't join your VIP group last night during the party, make sure you link your VIP group, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your Instagram, all of those things on this form so they have the option of opting in and following you on those social media platforms. You want to ask them to host a party without asking them to host a party. So you don't just want to say, do you want to host a party? Because they're probably going to answer no. But you want to say, hey, so what kind of parties do you prefer? Facebook parties or spa parties or portable parties? Okay, like a book party type thing. Ask them what kind. Or you could even throw in another option that says, I don't really do parties. No thanks. So you kind of know if going forward, this is a person that you could reach out to for hostessing a party, right? And then the last thing you want to do is find out if they're interested in doing what you do. Hey, did you have fun last night? And would you be interested in learning more about doing what I do? Okay, do it in a Google document. It makes your life so much simpler, and it's easy to drop the link in a follow-up personal message. All right, really quickly, let's talk about the things that you don't want to do. Okay, please, 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 please don't do these things. Do not party for 7 to 10 days. People don't have time anymore. They want to get in, they want to get out, and they want to be done. And that's it, right? I tried the 7 to 10 day party. Today, it doesn't work. 4 years ago, it worked all right. But now, it doesn't. So don't do 7 to 10 day parties. Don't expect your hostess to know what you expect of her. Again, hostess coaching. If you haven't watched that video at Tuesday training, go to the box and look it up. Hostess coaching is so, so, so important. It's super imperative to the success of your Facebook parties. And don't expect your guests to come back to you if you don't leave a lasting impression with them. So let them know, number one, you are a real person. This is what you do. You love your job, right? You love hosting Facebook parties, even if it's not maybe the best thing for you. Like if you would prefer to do events, some people prefer to do events versus Facebook parties, or somebody, other people really love to do home parties. But while you're there doing the Facebook party, you want to let them know that this is something that you love. Leave a lasting impression with your guests so that they come back to you. Okay? I think that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, as always, you guys know how to find me on Facebook. And I hope that helps, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.